Hello, hello, collective. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that everyone is doing well. Collective. We have the Mask and the Warrior, the Lover and the Nectar. And I really do just have this sense of like, tell me I can't and I will. I just feel like something triggers you, and that is what causes the mask to like break off. I just feel like this like throwing it on the ground, like shattering. Which, the mask, the idea behind the mask is that you can't just take it on and off, right? You put it on, that becomes your personality, that becomes your mode of operatum, if you will. And I just feel like for all of us, we are our own worst enemies, right? And our fear is usually our biggest pain point. And I just feel like this, like, I'm so sick and tired of being afraid. There are things that I want to do, things that I love, things that I'm passionate about. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like this, like, I cannot be afraid. This is ridiculous. Right? Collective. Okay. Let's see what else we can get. We didn't start out with very many cards, so I don't know. The Hierophant, the Empress, the Queen of Cups, Justice, and the Ten of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. Well, like whatever it is that's been holding you back, I just feel like it keeps holding you back. It's like the same thing, like same song, second verse, same song, third verse, same song, fourth verse. Oh my fucking God, somebody changed the fucking song. Right? And it's just Indigo Grace. But it's just this idea of like bringing something into justice, because I just feel like this on repeat, and just like so sick and tired of it, like, what is that movie? Begin Again with Mark Ruffalo, and he's a music producer or something like that, but like he's listening to all of these tapes when he's going into the office and he's just like chucking them out the window. That's what this energy feels like. Because I just get the feeling that, like, again, there's something that you really want, something that is going to provide you with so much emotional fulfillment. I feel like it's something that you feel really protective of, and something you feel very aware of. If it's yourself, and you're like, I am more self-aware now than I've ever been in my life. You know what I mean? Thank God. But it's just kind of that idea of like, so I'm more protective of myself than I've ever been in my life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like this act of intention that comes from a point of frustration. But whatever this point of frustration is that like leads to this action, it feels like there's a lot of justice. Feels like a good thing, not a bad thing, Okay. Collective. Let's see what else we can get for us. Whoops. Sorry. Kind of tired today. It's been a long day. Good but long. Okay. Two of Wands. The Knight of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. Well, these are all, with the exception of the Knight of Cups is just that idea of like feeling like you're always missing out. And it's like, I'm so tired of missing out, but maybe that's the trigger. It's pretty simple, but there does come a point in time, I think, for all of us when we're just like, I can't sit back and watch everyone around me live their best life, you know what I mean? And experience sincere joy and happiness while I cling to misery and arguments. And you know what I mean? It's just like you get to a point where you're like, abso-fucking-lutely not. I refuse to let that be my life. And then anybody who comes around bringing that shit to your door, you're like, nah, go. You know what I mean? And I think that I just feel like this idea of like it's paying off, because you say no enough times. I feel like you start to really discern what it is that's holding you back, what it is that's stripping you up, what it is that you don't want to deal with anymore, right? Because wish fulfillment and a readiness to go, and like a playful partnership, that I think also is very sound, very knowledgeable. You know what I mean? Like like knowing in its action and conscious and aware of how their behaviors affect you as a person. You know what I mean? Like, it's so refreshing to be around people who are aware of how they affect others. You know what I mean? Because things run so much more smoothly when that's the situation. And I feel like you're coming to a point where you're just reaching that limit of like, I cannot live like this anymore. This is not my life. These are, you know, like, these are not the situations that I want to be constantly dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, I need to go in another direction. And I feel like knowing exactly why you need to go in another direction, but this direction really, it really and truly seems to take you, and you have the strength. I don't even remember, you know, but I do feel like, and this was in somebody else's read, but I don't really know who, because if this is a relationship and you're getting into a relationship and it's like one of those things where you've been dealing with relationships with people that are just like, they do not understand what it is to have a conscious relationship, but they don't have a conscious relationship with themselves. So how can they, right? And I feel like you are recognizing the fact that and I probably have some Virgs in here with me, but your desire to fix people, your desire to like, I'll get them to, see it my way, or I'll get them to do things my way, or you know what I mean? I don't know. I'll help them see the way, you know, however that plays out for you as an individual. But it's like, instead of helping people see the way, you're just like with people who already see, you know what I mean? It's like, you like, no, this is just like an elevated sense of consciousness, you know, and a protection of it, because it's something that's so much more than anything you had before. And you're able to engage in it because you're showing up as yourself, and just like meeting others where they're at, instead of trying to get people to meet you where you're at, because that's so last season. Okay. One, Ace of Swords, Six of Wands, Nine of Cups, Queen of Wands. Okay, these are all good. Death, Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and Two of Wands. Well, again, whatever this moment of distraction is, whatever this decision is, it's something that takes you in a very different direction, because the Two of Wands in this deck talks about the idea of somebody making a decision that like ultimately sends you in another direction. And I just feel like this other direction is a direction, again, going back to the idea of like being more aligned with who you are. And I think because you're going in that direction, you're finding, again, more wish fulfillment, more satisfaction, and more abundance, because you don't feel like you're constantly having to pick up the slack. You've got time to really grow and develop. And again, the Six of Wands, I mean, you know, it's like movement. And I just think that something's triggering you to make a new move in a new direction with a different truth, you know, because I just think that there was a misconception, a truth that needed to be broken through, because I just kind of feel like it wasn't very true. You know, and it's like, whatever that thing that wasn't very true that was happening, it's like, it needs to not happen anymore, because there's a truth to be existing in that's so much better. Yeah. Okay. Collective, let's do one last card for us and we will call it a read. The Eternal Child, the Underworld, and the Starborn. Well, I mean, yeah, it's the same concept though, right? Just like this truth that wasn't very true, that kept you down, feeling like you're really wanting to make a new move in a new direction. And, you know, maybe you're a little bit nervous about it. Just because newness is always scary. Like, it doesn't matter who you are or what you're doing that's new. It's always a little scary, you know, because you haven't experienced it yet. And if you're comfortable, even if it's not healthy, if it's comfortable, it's still hard to let it go. And so I feel like you're like a little nervous, but also whatever this destruction was, I feel like it's like you can't go back to that. It's destroyed, you know, so like you have to go this way. And I think you want to go this way, but you're like, I'm excited to, you know, do all the things and stand in my power, and you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of good feels here. But there is an idea of just like feeling like you're constantly missing out. And I think that there is almost a fear that the energy of missing out is going to carry over into this new endeavor. But I feel like that might actually be the very mask that you're breaking, right? Because if you speak over it constantly without just acknowledging it for what it is, and you like hold on to it like it's your dirty little secret, you know, like, but I'm afraid that it'll fail, but I'm afraid that it'll fail, and I'm afraid that it'll fail. Well, that's the energy that you start to exist in. Even if you're taking actions that are different than that, you're still in that energy. And I get the feeling that that's the energy that's been like masked over you, that you just like, you have to let that go, because that's like that, like, it's like the mask or my opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like the mask is what bites the dust, and I'm always for that. All right, well, collective, I hope that this resonates with y'all. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if this video does resonate, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.